Vegetarians are going to hate me.
2018, you were one of the few qualified for the World 70.3 Championship.
It was cold, completely different to what I've been training for. Water temperatures were freezing. I have a video of myself jumping into the water with these guys. They're almost twice my size. I'm like a The reason we started Endurance Lab was we just wanted to create a platform where these guys would have a place to come and train, not make the same stupid mistakes that we made. The worst time to get started with the business. We initiated this whole idea about a week before the Ironman Colombo stopped. We had a huge group of about 40. We went down to about 10. 1 year's time there is an Ironman, I'm going to train for that. And that's your goal. But if that thing is not there, you have no reason to wake up super early in the morning.
How did you reframe that into purpose for you?
First time I finished it in Vietnam, I have never been that happy. I've been chasing that happiness ever since.
We also have like a kick with doing this.
We have, as a country, who has been focusing on a lot of vegetables. We have a massive mountain of rice.
But it's so good though. You're putting a trust in somebody
who you had never seen in your life. We did a ride to Devil's Staircase. You can go on a 4-wheel drive vehicle as well, but the journey to the top, breathtaking.
What has coaching taught you? Mithun Liyanage, welcome to the podcast. Honestly, that's like, I feel like now with you starting Endurance Lab and you're giving these opportunities for people that have an interest with it to actually like be exposed to it in some way, to actually contribute by just helping out or part-time or internship or whatever it is that you're doing. It kind of gives them like something.
So that was the reason we started this thing, right?
Well,
so
yeah. What was the reason?
The reason we started Endurance Lab was because we just wanted to create a platform where these guys would have a place to come and train and not make the same stupid mistakes that we made as beginners. So we used to train a lot and then get burnt out closer to the race and then get injured and whatnot. So what my plan was, myself and Dennis. You remember Dennis?
Yeah.
Some time ago.
He was from France, right?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
So we decided, you know what, let's build something up and make it affordable for people to train and,
train triathlons specifically.
For triathlons. But then what we decided to do was let's make it affordable and it's already an expensive sport to get into. And once you see the benefits of it and once you get along with the community, it's really nice. It's beautiful. So, but the biggest problem was if you were to train, if you were to get for us, if we had to like get assistance from coaches abroad, where they would come online and then tell us what to do. And then while we are doing, there's no one overlooking or taking us down the right path.
Yeah.
Like small things. Like they wouldn't understand how hectic the Colombo traffic is. They wouldn't understand how bad the temperature is, how the humidity is, unless you are here.
Yeah.
So I always found it difficult to communicate with the coach and connect with them, especially online. So I thought, you know what, let me get myself certified, see how it goes. I like the sport. I'm passionate about it. I already had a job back then.
Yeah. What were you doing before?
I was into marketing.
Nice.
I had a desk job, which I didn't care much about. I wanted to get out there. I loved cycling.
Yeah.
And then I thought, you know what, let me just follow my passion. And I picked the wrong time though. I picked the worst time to get started with the business.
Yeah.
Because
pre-COVID?
Pre-Easter bomb. So I started up with Dennis about a week before. Like we initiated this whole idea about a week before the Easter bomb.
Right.
And then everyone stopped. Ironman Colombo stopped. And then, but we thought, you know what, let's try to keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
Keep people interested in training. We had a huge group of about 40 going to Malaysia to take part in Ironman over there. And then 1 month before that Ironman, COVID hit. And that was it. From 40, we went down to about 10 athletes who were genuinely interested in the sport who continued to train.
Yeah.
And then we had to find other ways of keeping the business running.
Yeah.
Make sure that, the dream is still alive. Keeping the dream alive was the biggest, I would say, challenge. Because there's not many people who were into putting themselves through all that pain for such a long time with no race in the foreseeable future. Like, I mean,
because then you have like, when you have goals, it's so much easier for you to like be like, okay, I'm working towards this. This is gonna. There's a date, and then you're like strategically planning out the pain.
Exactly. So we are so goal oriented. Like we'll want, in 1 year's time there is an Ironman. I'm going to train for that, and that's your goal. But if that thing is not there, it's like you have no reason to wake up super early in the morning and go for this long ride with your friends or whatever, right? It's very tough unless you really, really enjoy.
So how did you reframe that into purpose for you?
What do you mean?
Like in terms of, so like you said, we're goal-oriented people. And if you have no goal for your clients and they're like dropping off after all of these issues that Sri Lanka went through, how did you repurpose that for yourself and to keep them training and motivate them to be like,
that's the thing. That's what I told you. From 40, we dropped down to about 10.
Yeah.
But what we did was we started having luckily for us, some of the local events started kicking off. Not triathlons per se. Spinner used to organize a lot of fun rides going across Sri Lanka from north to south, south to north, and then from east to west, likewise. So we kept those local events close to us, and we got everyone excited to take part in them. And we managed to get a small group of people who, the 10 who actually stuck with the sport. We started doing a lot of races around the region, like India, Vietnam. We used to travel in and out and just take part in those events. So we had a very nice small community, but it was fun, right? But that helped the dream of keeping Endurance Lab alive. It was good.
What were the biggest challenges of keeping Endurance, apart from like you mentioned?
So that was the biggest challenge. The fact that the events were taken off, there was no flying in and out of the country. So because of that, what we did was we thought of focusing on a slightly broader package of switching into general fitness, who will want to lose weight and stuff like that. So that market is always going to be alive. So we just kept triathlon going as a niche product that we offer, but we also promoted our fitness arm a lot more. So we had a sister company called Fitness Formula that I created with a partner of mine, and that kind of gave us the funding to keep Endurance Lab running as well. So
you adapted.
Yeah.
And that's something we're good at Sri Lanka, because we're adapting with
that's true.
The never-ending issues that come our way.
Always. It's nuts that, right after COVID finished, then the Aragalis and then constant change of the weather patterns, everything was, but it's amazing how Sri Lankans, how we are so good at adapting and how resilient we are.
Yeah. And it actually showcases, I feel like, it showcases in other areas. Like we're quick to adapt. But we call, like you said, we're resilient, but we're also like, we use those lessons we learned of like constantly moving, constantly adapting. Whenever we go elsewhere and abroad, you're seeing Sri Lankans like literally dominating in certain spaces in their respective fields, right?
True.
Just to throw this back, like 2018, you were one of the few, I think there were like 4 of you that qualified for the World 70.3 Championship. Was that in Hawaii?
No, that was in South Africa.
That was South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa. Yeah. Nelson Mandela Bay.
Nice.
It was good. It was cold, completely different to what I've been training for.
Yeah.
But it was super fun. It was because I was taking part with Sri Lanka's #1 at that time, and and another gentleman who was from the Navy, along with Rajan, who's organizing the Ironman in Sri Lanka. So it was a group of 4. We had the best time over there.
Yeah.
We were completely out of our comfort zone. Water temperatures were freezing.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Was it a good thing for you because you train in the heat all the time?
But I can't do well in cold either. I mean, it was another. I mean, if it was a person from Europe or even Australia, they would find that water so comfortable.
Yeah.
But we are so used to tropical waters.
We're spoiled with tropical water.
And because it was the World Champs, or everyone who takes part are really, really high achieving athletes who have managed to get themselves qualified for this. I think the top 2% or top 3% of Ironman athletes all around get chosen for this. So these guys are huge. Like their wingspan is like massive. Like so when I was running, I have a video of myself jumping into the water with these guys. They're almost twice my size. Dude.
Wow.
So I'm compared to these guys.
I don't think you can say that though.
Oh shit.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. What is the correct vernacular?
Short person.
Little person.
I'm not even kidding. I was so like, oh my God, I'm going to get myself cancelled. But yeah, so that was
That's so good.
it was a eye opener. And then the moment I finished my race, I just told my parents, why the hell have you all been eating curry all your life? These guys, y'all should have been eating steak. So that we are coming from a very, very rice and curry and like big bowl of rice, little bit of pork or not pork, chicken or fish,
chicken
right?
or fish.
Because Sri Lankans are mostly Buddhist, right? They want to be vegetarian. They don't want to eat too much protein.
Yeah.
So we are scrawny compared to these guys who are jacked.
Yeah.
Like they're so powerful.
Beefed.
Like, and when you're riding next to them, and these guys like go whizzing past you, and you're like, damn, these guys are fast.
Do you think nutrition is like the fundamental component in developing our athletes here in Sri Lanka?
Yeah, to a great extent, yes. I mean, we are genetically. See, the thing is, if you are to get into if you want to get a competitive edge over the rest of the world, I think we are so far behind when it comes to nutrition, tech. We don't have the proper technology for athletes to assess themselves. So, but like to answer your question, nutrition, I think because we don't come from a background where we eat protein for muscle rebuilding, I think that stunts our growth as an athlete to a great extent.
Like in the sense, like like you were saying, the protein portions is like just a little side curry thing with if you take portion of carb.
If you go to Europe, I mean, what if you take one of their usual dishes, they will have a massive steak with a little bit of potato mash or whatever,
green
right?
bean.
But the core thing is the steak. They eat so much of good protein. I feel like, I mean, the vegetarians and the vegans are going to hate me, but I feel like we have as a nation, as a country, who has been focusing on a lot of vegetables, to a big portion of vegetables and carbs in our diet has kind of stunted our growth as in the gene pool, I guess. So if we had like centuries of ancestors who were consuming a lot more protein, I think we would have been a much more stronger.
An interesting thought, because I had met with the Vada tribes close to the Galo area, and like you look at these guys and you're like,
those guys are huge, right?
Legit.
Like they're jacked.
Yeah, I saw two types of tribes. One is that the mainstream that a lot of tourists see, and that I think is just like I guess they do it for tourism. And then these dudes that I saw, I was like, holy shit, like that's really what we're supposed to look like. And like jacked.
Yeah.
Right? They're jacked, lean.
Speaking of Vedas, there was a Veda who came and took part in the first Ironman in Sri Lanka.
That's right. Yeah. Well, what was his name?
Punchi Banda.
Punchi Banda. Bro, he was a legend.
Yeah. Long hair.
Yeah. I saw him running. When I was running, I was just like, I was shot my first time. I think it was my second time.
You should have seen him swim. He was so funny because his technique is all over the place.
Yeah.
But this guy got over. Like he finished the 2 km swim.
Yeah.
He was quite fast.
He was awesome. Like the dude cycling, I was like, what is this guy?
Yeah.
It was just so yeah. So like you inspired people from different parts of Sri Lanka when Ironman first came in. That was my first time ever doing the full Ironman.
Did you do all 3?
I did all 3. Yeah, I did all 3 the first time and the second time. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I surprised myself. I was shot. After the cycle, I was like ahead of like everyone that I was doing it with. And then like I realized, man, I'm not a good runner. I was just awful at running. And I just like basically slowed down my entire run. That 21 was the most brutal thing I've ever done in my life. The second time was the hardest because like that heat run, we were running through Port City.
That wall is unforgiving.
The unforgiving wall. What do they call it? The firewall or something?
That wall was never ending. But this time there is no wall, but it's going to be tough. There's zero shade. We are not going into the city this time. We're just going to go up to Gaul Face and run back along Gaul Road. So
you're doing what? 3 rounds of
3 rounds of that with zero shade. So it's going to be torture.
Bro.
Yeah, and if you're starting your run at about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah. That's they're going to really bring the Sri Lankan color out of people's skin.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice. It's nasty. I remember seeing the guy that won it the first time and the second time. The same dude that came from Dubai or something?
Dubai.
Yeah.
Godard. Olivier Godard.
Yeah, that's right. And he was saying this was the most challenging like run he's ever done ever. And he's in Dubai, bro.
But the thing is, Dubai, the humidity is not as bad as ours.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So that's what kind of helps you run better over there. Over here, when the humidity hits.
It's been pleasantly cool in the mornings though recently.
Yeah.
So do you think that's going to factor in?
I hope the conditions stay like similar.
Yeah.
But I think it's just going to get warmer and warmer.
Yeah.
We have 1 month. Let's see. We had, like I said, we had the race simulation on Sunday. It was hot. It was nuts. It was unless you nail your new hydration plan, it's going to be tough. You should never take the importance of water and electrolytes lightly in this race. You need to make sure that you have pre-planned and set hydration goals for yourself. I have to make sure that I finish 1.5 liters of water every 2 hours or 1.5 hours or whatever. You need to keep an alarm and make sure that you drink. Yeah. Because the moment you feel thirsty, that means you have already hit dehydration. So by that time, even if you gulp a bottle of water down, for your body to rehydrate, it takes some time. If you are taking part in an Ironman, drink before you get thirsty, eat before you get hungry. Because if you are hungry or thirsty, you're bound to hit a wall.
Dude, I wish I knew this before Ironman. You know, like that second Ironman, I kind of did it fasted. It was insane. It's really stupid.
I don't know how some of you guys did it. I was like, I don't know. I don't know about this. It's a bad idea, guys. And then but then you guys finished it.
Finished it, smashed it. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah. I ran the finish line with my wife. Yeah, she came up and then we ran. It was
that's sweet.
Brilliant. Honestly, I feel like it's the most challenging. Like I think you should do it at least once in your life, or twice in my case, because it taught me mental fortitude. It taught me that nobody's going to come to rescue me. I have to finish this thing. You can cry, complain, like hate everything about this moment right now. But once you get to that finish line, everything's
worth it, right?
It's so worth it.
I know.
It's such a euphoric moment. Like I wish I can describe it, but it's like once you go through that mill of just like pain and just pain
It's
again.
more mental than physical
100%.
than people think it is.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that you need to be super fit.
Yeah.
Being fit means nothing if
Mm.
you're not strong up here. Because if you do not if you can't push the boundary of telling yourself, you know what, I'm in pain, but so is everyone else, but
Yeah.
everyone else is pushing through.
Yeah.
I need to be better than that, and I need to go, and I need to run faster than that, or whatever. So you need to know why you're doing it,
Mm.
and when you know why you're doing it, it's so much easier.
So good.
But then once you finish it, it's just nuts. I'm always chasing the first. So the first time I finished it in Vietnam,
Yeah.
I have never been that happy,
Yeah.
and I've been chasing that happiness ever since. Like it's so addictive. I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Remember, we used to meet up back in the day.
Yeah.
I was talking about you and I.
Yeah.
20 years. I think it's about 20 years ago.
Yeah. Probably. Maybe. Yeah. I don't even know. Honestly, like everything's a blur. Maybe like 2012, 2013,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
And would you have ever thought that we would end up finishing an Ironman?
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple of years later,
Yeah.
and then meeting up later on and doing a podcast.
Dude,
That's nuts.
It is wild to see where life takes you. I personally think that we've had such eclectic experiences being here in Sri Lanka, being from here. Like we are just prone to we're so used to it also, right? Like you said, we're adapting so fast. Like you did an Ironman at this point, and you ran a business here, and then you do this. Like we're just used to doing things that just take it to the next level. And I feel like that's the core part of Sri Lanka, and we don't even know it. Like we as people from here don't know that we're doing freaking awesome things on the daily. Like my wife asked me the other day, like we're going for a walk in the park, and she was like, "Oh, there's an elephant." I was like, "Yeah, elephant in the park." Oh shit, it's an elephant in the park. We're used to that. You know what I mean? Like, and just the same thing with our experiences with doing things like Ironman. You running business past COVID, past all of these challenges. It's massive. It's insane. People just don't understand that we also have a kick with doing this, right? There's a drive to do it. We know our why. Maybe that's what it is.
That's true. I guess.
Yeah.
But it's nuts where I'm actually blessed in a way where not many people get to understand or get to find what they're passionate about.
Yeah.
What their why is.
Yeah. Why do you think that is? Because they don't take the risk?
I think so. But then also maybe because they didn't have the opportunity to try things out, because we are always so comfortable with whatever we are doing, and mostly because of social protocol, I guess.
Yeah.
When I mean, for me to explain to my relatives that in their books, I'm a fitness coach, right? I'm a physical trainer. That's what they think. That's what I am to them. For me to explain to them why I'm doing this and what my purpose is, and that's what brings me happiness, it took me a long time for them to even understand. But now that they have seen what I'm doing and what a lot of how I can change somebody's life, right?
Absolutely.
It's not now they understand. So I don't think a lot of other people get the chance to do that. Take that first step to taking that risk to do what you actually like doing. And I was lucky.
Yeah.
I was truly lucky.
I feel like you're downplaying what you've gone through in the terms of we know what it's like but the challenge. It's easy to quit, right? Sometimes it's you know what, it'd be so much easier if I just didn't do this business and I just went and did that. But what goes through your mind, like you said, man, sometimes even I ask myself why are we suffering through something But then it's moments like this, like now, come 2021 to now, since you started 21, right?
When I started off, officially 21.
Yeah.
But it was 1 year before that when we actually started off in my friend's living room.
So good. Yeah.
So 21 we were official, and then we had to close off for some time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Endurance Lab, man. It's a household name now. Anything to do with triathlon, anything to do with like just endurance sport, like Mithun, your name comes up. Like it's Mithun. Like Mithun, yeah, of course I know Mithun. Yeah, I mean, we used to throw it back in the day, like why not? But it's you made yourself. You are associated with that brand of triathlons and with the idea of a triathlon. And here we come, Ironman. You're seeing people already just like flood towards Endurance Lab. You're seeing a lot of newbie athletes come into the picture as well, right? People that are just like branching in, people in their 40s, people in their 50s, I'm guessing. What are your first steps in evaluating folks like that have either kind of had some sort of little bit of background in fitness and then or trying it out for the first time?
So what I do is when someone tells me, okay, I want to be like, okay, the biggest problem that we had with this Ironman coming in, now the upcoming one,
2026,
the 2026 one, they only gave us about 4 to 5 months heads up before they announced the race. That was,
that's not enough.
I wish we had about a year's advance notice.
Yeah,
but I mean, it is what it is. I think Ironman Global had something to do with it, and our guys had no other choice but to announce it late. But I mean, if I had 1 year, I would have been able to work a little bit more on these athletes who were interested in taking part. But because it was 4 to 5 months, we had to like really speed things up. I wouldn't have done that. That wouldn't have been my ideal way of moving forward and training for an Ironman. But it is what it is. We like I said, we need to adapt and try to get the job done. What I first evaluate is, first thing I ask them is, can you swim? If you can't swim, priority needs to be that.
Yeah.
Don't come for running. Don't come for cycling. Don't come for strength. 100% attention to swimming. If you can't do a 2-kilometer swim before the end of December, at that time, you'll have to take a call whether you're going to do the whole thing or not. That was the number one question.
Yeah. And a sea swim, in fact, is a lot different than a pool swim.
Also. I mean, it's easier to swim in the sea.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I get so disoriented, bro.
No, the reason I'm saying it's easier, I'm not talking about mentally, physically.
Yeah.
Because the density of water is so you can float without having to put too much effort into it, rather than when you're swimming in the pool. So I mean, if you're mentally strong, you should be able to find the sea swim much more easier to go through.
But you also have to know like where you're swimming towards, right? Like,
so all that we can take it to the sea and then do the practice. That's why we are doing like open water swims literally twice a week now.
Gotcha.
So that the swimmer is aware of what you're supposed to expect. So like on Sunday, there was a massive jellyfish attack. So while we were swimming, there was like a massive school of jellyfish just going through it, and everyone came out scratching, No. So you need to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Right. If you were only swimming in the pool, the moment you jump into the ocean with about 600 swimmers around you, you're just going to freak out. Right. So you need to, I'm sure you would have gone through this, right? So, what people don't take into account is like when you're getting yourself into that situation, you're open to the elements, right?
Yeah.
So when you're taking a swim stroke and the waves come and hit your face, you're like, what the hell just happened? And you have to time it again to get your next breath of air.
Yeah.
So if you're not ready for that, if you can only barely swim 200 meters or 300 meters, my first thing is, look here. I don't think this Ironman is the one for you.
Yeah.
Maybe you can train for the next one.
Or be a part of a team.
But be part of the team. So that's that's our first assessment. And once you're done with that, we take them through the history of running, whether they have a lot of running history.
Yeah.
I mean, generally, if you are a person who has been into fitness, right, doing a lot of functional fitness, I generally encourage them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That means I know that they have the discipline. I know that they are focused, and chances of them getting injured is less.
Yeah.
Even if they have been going to, if they are purely going to gym to get jacked, I would tell them, you know what, you have to calm down a little bit in that department. You have to start putting down a lot of miles on running and cycling.
Yeah.
Because the muscles that you have to use
are completely
different. So then I have to take them off their fitness routine and tailor make it to fit whatever their body structure is at the moment. But still, it's easier than if someone comes and tells me, I have not been doing anything. I used to ride a bicycle back in 2005, but I have not done it. It takes a long time for them to adapt, because I don't want to throw them into the deep end, and chances of them getting injured and have something unnecessary happening to them is quite high. So we don't take the chance. But
it's interesting because like you look at brands like, because whenever you think of a triathlete, you're like, I guess maybe the first time you see a triathlete, maybe like the Olympics or something, right? Like you see like the Brownlee brothers.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. So the first time I seen a triathlete, I was like, Brownlees, whoa, these guys are like they're skinny, but they're like
so that's the thing.
Hardest.
So they are skinny because they were training for the shorter distance, Olympic distance. If you take a look at the Ironman champs now, they are
Jack City, because that's what I'm seeing is like branding of certain sports. Like people automatically assume like, oh, I'm gonna lose so much of calories and weight, I'm gonna look like the Brownlee brothers, and then HYROX is a new thing now. It's like running incorporated into weightlifting, and so if you want to look lean like a CrossFit athlete, but you can also run really well, it's HYROX for you. But it's all branding in my perspective. It's like how you position certain body types. Like it doesn't mean that you can't still be jacked. Well, not jacked to the gills, but like you can still be like pretty fit looking and like doing a triathlon. You don't have to look like skinny.
That's the thing. You don't. It also depends on your body structure. Again, nutrition comes into play.
Yes.
If you're not treating your body like your car, and if you're not fueling it enough, you're not going to last long. You're going to get too skinny. Your immune system drops. Injuries come. It's not fun. So you just have to make sure that you give yourself the correct amount of proteins, the correct amount of fats, carbs, all that. That's something that Sri Lankans need to really focus on.
Yeah, because like you said, we overconsume carbs, and carbs are good. They're great for
but not
fuel.
not at the amount that we we consume.
One time I went for dinner in Jaffna with a friend, and we were at his friend's house, and he was serving me pittu, and I was just staring at the plate, and I guess it was my duty to be like, oh, that's enough. And so I just kept looking at my friend and kept looking at the plate, and this plate kept getting piled up, and I was like, oh shit, I'm supposed to say, okay, stop it. So I ended up with dinner with this like mountain of pittu that I'm supposed to eat and be nice, because you have to eat the whole thing, right?
Did you manage to finish it?
I did. I smashed it. My friend was like, I'm surprised you're still hungry, because we had dinner before we came to his friend's house. And I was like, yeah, I had to be nice. But it's a thing, man. Like it's what's available to us, right? Like I was talking to Andy from CrossFit as well. And it's interesting because I was on a carnivore diet for a bit.
Okay.
I love meats. And if I have access to meats, I'm eating it. And like you said, in Sri Lanka, like what we have access to, also we have to make work, right? Like, but we do have healthy food. Like our fish is really good. Like we have like, yeah, I mean, we might not have like the best like steak, but we have things that could still fuel us pretty well.
Because of bad habits, we will naturally go towards, you know, the carbs.
Yeah.
So that's the bad part.
I mean, the short eat culture.
Huh?
The short eat culture.
Yeah, and the curry eating, the rice and curries.
Yeah.
We have a massive mountain of rice,
Yeah.
a little bit of chicken. That's what I want to get out of.
Yeah.
So
But it's so good though.
that's the problem.
Yeah. It's so good that it's so hard to turn down. That's why you have to do triathlons. You have to do train for triathlons.
I don't understand now, because we do so much. Like we run, we cycle, we swim, we do strength, all that. And then I see a person who doesn't do any of that.
Yeah.
Eating the same amount that we are eating.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. That amount of sugar goes into someone who's leading a somewhat of a sedentary life.
Mm-hmm.
Then, you know, I don't know how their body actually processes all that.
Yeah. I guess like it's how your body breaks down glucose, right? For me, I have a severely bad issue. Like I get breakouts, like even to this day as an adult,
Really?
like I'll have breakouts. I realize I can't eat certain foods. Okay. I only realized it after doing the whole carnivore thing for like a couple of months. I was like, okay, this is not sustainable. I can't do carnivore because I'm going to need carbs at some point. Personally, that's what I think. I know there's like the different camps of carnivore and vegan and vegetarian. It's a whole thing.
I mean, but I think if you can just stick to the middle,
exactly,
you should be fine.
You should be fine. Yeah, I genuinely think that too. It's a good balance, and your conscience also, right? Like your conscience should be strengthened in a way where you're not pulled left and right because somebody says this is bad for you, don't eat it. But I realized when I did that whole elimination thing, I realized like, oh, certain foods spike my glucose levels, and like I like don't operate well, or I tend to pass out really fast if I like eat certain amount of X amount of sugar. Okay. Like I'm passing out, whereas somebody else would just be like, oh, I drink that much sugar with my tea. You know what I mean? Yeah, you do.
I drink a lot of. I like to make my own cup of tea.
Yeah.
My mom gives actually my dad gives me like this special blend tea that I take pride in making it and having it on my own. I love that.
That's fair. It's good tea. I mean, we are a tea country, so we might as well make it good. You during Ironman, I remember you were helping Khalid Osman. So
I'm doing it with him this year.
You're doing it this year as well? Okay. So you're doing the full thing?
Yeah. So we have done it now 4 times.
Khalid is obviously visually impaired.
Yeah.
He's been doing Ironman since the first one, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah. So he has done 2 in Sri Lanka. He did one with me in Goa, another one in Vietnam, and this is the 5th one that he's going to do with me.
Amazing.
So it's going to be like that guy has some mad power.
Yeah.
He is such an inspirational character. I think you should get him on your pod and like just try to get his story from him. The fact that he has gone through so much during this short period of his life, and he has managed to turn things around to motivate people. Now that's a crazy story, dude. You know that he was fine. He was like you and I.
Yeah. No.
At the age of 27, he lost his eyesight because of a medical mess up, and then he went into depression.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't find a job. He had to really take himself out of this situation of, trying to hurt himself. He tried to commit suicide a couple of times. And then to make matters worse, he's also adopted. So his step parents were looking after him. And then his stepmom passed away. And he has gone through some mad stuff.
Shit.
And for him to turn around and inspire people like the way he's doing right now, it's truly, truly like amazing.
It's endurance is like triathlons are, like you said, a mental game, and you're predominantly by yourself. Yes, just seeing other athletes and you're seeing all these people pass you or you're going ahead, but it's still like within here. But then when you guys are tethered together, when you and Khalid are doing it together, you're together at the whole time.
When we're swimming, we have a band that we tie to each other's calves.
Yeah.
So that I steer him through the waters.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And as soon as we are done with the swim, we remove that, and then we get on a tandem bike, and then we ride for the 90 Ks. And then once we're done, we have a band that we strap around like a belt, which is connected to his waist.
Yeah.
So
does he talk? Do you guys communicate?
Yeah, we communicate all the time.
Yeah.
Because I ask him how he is doing, whether we are pushing too much, whether we are not. Because the only time we are not talking is when we are swimming.
Yeah.
But even when you are swimming, he has to know whether we are taking a right turn, left turn. Because if I make a sharp turn, I'm going to get smacked in the head. Because his hand just comes and hit my head. And I get punched in my face.
Yeah.
If you mistime it.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I'm taking the turn, I just cover my head like this because he's going to hit my head.
Yeah.
And it hurts because he takes his hand and so it's I can't blame him.
Yeah.
And he's in the middle of the sea.
Yeah.
But then just put what I keep telling people is just that just imagine you are in the ocean and you can't see anything. All you see is darkness and water going all over water getting hit to both your ears.
Yes.
And you have no clue where land is.
Yeah.
Right? Just put yourself in that situation, and you are completely dependent on this guy who you have never seen in your life. Right? Only you have heard but never seen.
You're putting a trust in somebody.
You are literally I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
And
legend.
I don't understand how he has that much faith in me to know that I'm going to bring him back safely. Right? So even sometimes, so now we started doing open water swims about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Because he had not swum for a long time in the sea, he had an anxiety attack in the water. So I had to really calm him down, talk to him, pacify him. And then for me to even tell him, okay, now stretch your hands. You need to vocalize in a way that he understands, and he has to do what you're telling him to do. So his IQ level is amazing when it comes to doing what someone instructs you to do.
Yeah.
I have met so many people who will do the complete opposite when I tell them that you're supposed to do this. But this guy, it's so easy. And now we have been training for so long that we have kind of adjusted to each other's ways to get the whole to understand what the other person's reaction is going to be. Right? So he knows. So initially when we started swimming, we didn't have that band on the calf. We were swimming freely.
Okay.
And every time he took a swim stroke, he would touch the side of my rib cage to see where I am, and then he takes the swim stroke.
Got it.
So what we realized was his stroke is always halfway. He's not using that momentum to pull the water.
Okay.
So he's slowing down. And when we are swimming with about half a dozen people around us, when people squeeze through us, he loses his way.
Yeah. Oh man, that's right. Because they do swim over you too.
Yeah. So he's constantly looking for me.
Yeah.
So he's training and he's like, Mithun bro, where are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have, but now with the whole band on my calf and connected to his calf, it's easier for me to steer him. Plus his momentum, where his hand goes into the water and pulls the water, it's not broken down. So we are also constantly, trying to improvise on how we could do better. And him in his own little way, he has his suggestions also. "Ay, අපි මෙහෙම කරමුද?" Like, and whenever I screw up, his focus is not all over the place, right? His focus is in the situation right now, and he gives me solutions.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, we were in Goa for one of the Ironmans. I had forgotten to take the race belt that connects me to him while we run.
Yeah.
So we have finished our swim. We have finished our bike. Now I'm looking for the belt and I'm not put the belt there. So during the bike leg, we had 2 punctures. And I had to fix the tube during the run, the bike course. And I had that broken tube with me. Let's use the tube. Let's put a knot in it.
Yeah.
And let's put that around our waist and run with it.
Let's go.
And we did the 21K with that tube. that I mean, it wouldn't have occurred to me. I would have been, shit, what are we going to do? And this guy instantly is like, bro, the tube, let's use that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And then I had spare zip ties, put 2 zip ties, and we finished that race. If we didn't get those 2 punctures, we would have been in the top 10 in his age group.
Wow.
Top 10 in his age group in the normal category, not special category, like the normal, like able category.
Yeah.
And we would have even got a spot for him at the World Champs. We missed it, but it's okay. Whatever.
It's always another day.
Yeah.
You guys are doing it again this year.
Yeah.
2026 Ironman 70.3 Sri Lanka. What are you most excited about getting on to competition again?
This time I'm because I'm doing it with him.
Yeah.
Life is much easier for me. I don't have to focus that much on myself. I just have to focus on him. So I had a lot more free time to coach other people, be there for others, and I'm not tired all the time. Because if I was doing individually, I'll try to push myself and I will neglect everything that I'm supposed to be doing around me. So I'm having the best of both worlds, and I get to race with this guy. So I'm happy.
What has coaching taught you that being an individual, because you're a phenomenal triathlete in general,
Thanks.
What has coaching taught you in terms of being a better athlete?
It's funny, I never thought about it. I guess now, because I'm coaching a variety of people, like I'm much more understanding. I'm much more forgiving myself also for some of the things, and it has taught me a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes it also has trained me to practice what I preach.
So good.
So I have to lead by example sometimes. So I think coaching has helped me in that way as well. So yeah,
that's awesome. And it's also building, I think, community is just so important in this, right? Like just having people to rely. Like I realized, like it's so much easier when you're doing it with people.
That's true. This weekend, last Sunday, I realized how beautiful this community is, how helpful everyone was towards each other. It was not even the race day. And I just put a message on a couple of groups, and there were about 20 people who was willing to come and help you out and volunteer. I mean, these guys are not taking part. They have zero connection to anyone else on the course. They're just my friends.
Nice.
They just took the time off, woke up super early in the morning. I have no idea why. They woke up and they showed up just to hand over water, bananas, electrolytes, just to random strangers who's training for this event.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like and they were cheering people on. It's that community aspect to it. Even on Saturday, when we were doing it with everyone from it was beautiful. It's really, really nice. I really enjoyed every moment of it.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that I took that risk.
Yeah. I'm just always in awe when people do keep it going, when you don't stop, even when there's adversaries like we were just talking about, like in Sri Lanka's case with, terrorism, with the economic crisis, with COVID, you name it. And one thing after the other with Aragalea, we still made it through. And for me, that is like what's so special about Sri Lanka is that we are ready to keep it moving and we're not going to stop. And when we do, it's just this beautiful sight to see because it's always to do with because people have a choice. They choose to stay back. They choose to give back. That's what you do. Is like you didn't bugger off to some other country during like
I'm so glad that I didn't do. Yeah. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Looking at everything that's going on around the world, it's
right. Everywhere there's problems.
Dude, so glad.
Yeah.
Man.
It's wild. It's wild because like you said, everyone thinks that the grass is always greener on the other side, and for a short while it might be.
That's true.
But the everlasting effects is that you kind of went away from a problem and that problem will pop up somewhere else again.
They'll have their own problems that they have not even foreseen.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. I mean, what's life without the company?
Yeah. But Sri Lanka is, I wouldn't say right now the most friendly to cyclists because I mean, it is scary sometimes.
Oh, I can go on forever about that. But yeah. We need to do something about that.
What can we do? Ideal world, if somebody was listening from the government that sees the potential of a destination island for sports, for triathlons, for whatever sporting events that had to be, that could make it to Sri Lanka, like what would we need to do to improve our space, at least in the vicinity of from Colombo to the south or Colombo to the west coast, northwest? Like what can we do to make it friendly for cyclists?
I think what we should severely penalize drivers who tend to drive recklessly. And this whole even I tend to do this. I mean, we go bumper to bumper, right? When we're in traffic. Even if I'm in a vehicle, we are like bumper. We have zero space, right? And we try to maintain the same thing when you're driving out of Colombo, wherever. We need to start putting in rules where we need to have space between cyclists and cars, or cars to cars, or motorbike. So if we start addressing that and start putting in those rules and regulations, I mean, it will help up to a great extent. But even with all that, if the mindset of the general public doesn't change, it's going to be really, really tough.
Yeah, I find the scariest thing being on the road. Like my first time riding from Colombo, from the studio space to Gaul to see my wife. She was teaching a yoga retreat. The scariest thing I went through was like the buses, man.
They have zero regard.
Yeah,
that's the problem. I mean, they see us coming, and they have zero regard. I don't understand why it is like that. Why they have to feel like, you know what, I need to scare him? That kind of mindset. It's not necessary. But how we can take. How I think the government really needs to step in and say, you know what, like Sri Lanka as a tourist destination itself, like if we can promote the cycling tourism aspect to it, it's beautiful, right? Just imagine you cycling all around Anuradhapura, Polonnaruwa, that area. It's nuts.
Yeah,
it's very pretty, but I don't think tourists will want to do that because of the whole mindset of the local drivers.
Yep.
So if we can go down that aspect and say, you know what, we need to really, really be strict about our traffic rules.
Yeah.
We won't be like moving forward.
Yeah. It's just going to be at a stalemate for the longest time. Do you think cycling, there's a stigma with cycling? Like, do you think people look at it in a different way here in the city?
So in the city, surprisingly, if you are if you are in the this was back in the day,
Mhm.
right? Back in the day where you were the least in the pecking order. You're the least important,
Mhm.
right? You come after the buses, the three wheelers, the motorbikes. You're the least. But then when you are when you're riding and you look to your right and then you see a really fancy car going by, they have zero care. They don't care about. But three wheelers and buses,
Mhm.
I mean, if you shout and say that you're coming, they will at least try and make way.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But let's say if it's a car or if it's a SUV with their shutters full, like shut, and they can't hear anything,
Mhm.
they are more inclined towards missing you. They don't care much about you. They even if you shout, they won't hear. So what I meant was, if they paid more attention to us, they would actually let us pass by
Mhm.
much freely. Buses and three wheelers, I mean, after you shout at them or you get their attention, at least they will do something.
Mhm.
But cars, anything with the AC on, they tend not to, regard for you. They have any regard for you. But yeah.
How do you get people's attention when you're cycling?
You shout.
What do you say?
No, you just shout, watch out.
Oh, okay.
mean-
I was expecting I know how you
No. Most of the time you're shouting
Yeah.
because it's not just for you,
Yeah.
for all the cyclists behind you or next to you. So it's generally, watch is for everyone around.
Mhm.
But if these guys do something stupid, then
Yeah.
different language comes out. But then
Please tell us the details.
but yeah. So if it's I think kind of got distracted with the question that you asked me before, with the whole hierarchy. Back in the day when cycling was not cool, they would just this was, I think the statement that I made was some time ago, was because mid-level and upper income employees, they would be like, you know what, cycling is not cool. Cycling is for the person who's delivering letters. It's for the person who's going to switch the lights off down the street. But now things have changed. There are high-end bikes coming in.
The Bianchis, you're seeing the
Treks, the $10,000 bikes coming in. We have a few in Sri Lanka as well. So now that all that has come in, now that whole cycling is cool thing has kind of gone up a bit.
Yeah.
So now things have changed. So back in the day, you'll have to really push really hard for you to convince someone to come cycling with you. But now it's nice. It's changing now. Like a lot of things, they understand, cycling is a fun activity to do. It's kind of posh now. And now everyone's into fitness. It's Instagrammable. It's a fun activity for the family. So now that thing is slowly changed.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's an absolute, we're sitting on a gem, because like the other day, I like my wife and I would just, I tend to drive most of the time. So you just don't see because you're driving, right? Because you have to pay attention to the road.
Correct.
Plus in Sri Lanka, you have to pay attention to the guy in front of you, the guy on the left of you. You don't trust them.
100%.
So you have to be paying attention on that. But then just being driven around, even like in a tuk-tuk, you get to experience certain things on the side, or like, oh, I didn't know there's a shop that exists there, or, oh, I didn't know the city had this thing. And so cycling is also like a fantastic way to experience a country and culture, right? And I really hope that at some point we do see the potential of this. Like I love Malik from Resplendent Salon. His take is about the quality experiences of Sri Lanka is what really we should be selling, as opposed to Malik is, what's Malik's last name? Malik Fernando, because Dilma,
Oh.
right?
He has a cycling.
No. In terms of like experiences in general.
Okay. Okay.
He was just saying like how we were bragging about all of these tourists that are coming in, but is it actually making a difference? We're looking at just numbers right now. Like, what is that leaving as an impact? Is there a lasting impact from that person coming in, experiencing Sri Lanka the way they should experiencing, not like a cheap destination,
That's true.
not some Bali, but experience Sri Lanka for the depth that it has. And that can only happen like when you're immersed in something, right? Cycling is a fantastic way for you to be immersed into from the paddy fields to the ever-changing greenery to
the beaches, the mountains.
Oh, so good.
I've had the privilege of exploring Sri Lanka like off-road.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
What's
amazing.
something that somebody wouldn't usually expect? I think it's the people also, right? Like the people that you meet on the road is what I feel like is something that you don't get engaged with. Because it's all, most of the time when I talk to friends that have traveled with, tour groups or whatever, or who have gone to certain destinations, it's like within that bubble or within that trail that they've set you on. When you get off that trail or that path, and you really start to venture into these places of Sri Lanka.
So, then you really discover the true beauty of Sri Lankan culture, hospitality, and these guys have nothing, and they're so happy, and they're ever so welcoming. Like when you go off the commercial path, when I was talking to you, I just remembered that I did this ride with one of my really good friends, Anisha. We did a ride through Devil's Staircase. Have you gone up Devil's Staircase? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's this road that you go from.
Where is this in?
Haputale.
Yeah.
Riding up to World's End. Right. It's a off road. You can you can go on a 4-wheel drive vehicle as well.
Okay.
But the view, dude, is just breathtaking. It's nuts. I have never seen Sri Lanka that pretty.
Yeah.
It's if you are going if you're into hiking or like, it's still really, really. You know what? You should go with Johan.
Yeah. Oh, Johan Pires.
Yeah.
The Everest guy.
Yeah. That guy will take you. It's a very easy hike.
Yeah.
It's a long hike, but an easy one. Once you go up there, you can get the vehicle to come pick you up from the top.
Yeah.
But the journey to the top, it's breathtaking.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was lucky enough to enjoy that on a bicycle. But if I'm so happy that I was part of that experience, and wish everyone just,
Yeah, it makes you appreciate your homeland a lot more, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's the one thing that I feel like we put value on experiences that is marketed so well through movies, through films, through tourism campaigns across the globe. Like that, I really think that's a thing in Sri Lanka, is that there's only a select few that look at our country and be like, man, this holiday, I'm going to actually spend it here as opposed to wanting to go somewhere else. And that's not a bad thing. I get it. There's so many beautiful destinations around the world, but taking that time to actually appreciate like the certain things that you actually have in Sri Lanka, like the natural formations, like you said, like Devil's Staircase, or whether instead of just like hiding in a little bubble, which is also nice. Don't get me wrong. Frick, I love being pampered. I might like getting a massage, man. Like it's freaking awesome.
But that's not the only thing that you can find here.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can, like, if you watch this podcast and if you can take anything out of it, it's just explore, get out of the main road, and then just explore down those small paths, cycling paths. It takes you to a lovely destination.
Absolutely. I agree with that. Mithun, this has been awesome, man. This has been nice to just catch up and just like getting ready for Ironman. I can feel the excitement around Colombo. Yeah. And obviously you guys are at the forefront with what you've been doing for the love of the sport. Your athletes, the guys and the girls that you've been training, women that you've been training that have also, by the way, made it to like world championships.
Yeah. So we have two who I have trained who have qualified for world champs also.
Let's go.
Good.
So the call to action is, if you really want to be a world champion from Sri Lanka and represent Sri Lanka, go find Mithun at Endurance Lab.
Please do.
Dude, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Yeah. I love what you're doing, man. For real.
Thanks, man. Likewise, man. I'm so proud of you. I mean, after seeing you after so long and this fabulous work you're doing.
Thanks, bro.
Good
Appreciate
job,
it.
man.
All right.
Congrats.
Well, thanks everybody.